Testing. Okay, what is it all? Hello, hello.
Testing, testing. What about now? Ugh. Okay, weird. Yeah, sorry. Something crazy happened with my headset overnight, and like all of a sudden I couldn't hear it this morning and inputs. So, sorry about that. All right. So while I've been talking, anything good happen? Am I still connected here? Yes, good. All right. I would say generally this, um, probably a good thing when for Stark when Greyjoy isn't doing challenges and getting off unopposed stuff. And so I think that Derek is now considering, how to get off 3 challenges here, and land his crossing. There's no power to steal, and then he also has Rickon in play, which can also stop the. You know, you want to be careful here and not do a power challenge that can trigger Prince. Then again, I mean, he's going to probably do that with Caitlyn. That's why the intrigue happened with Wyman. Wonder whether he'll sack somebody to stand Wyman here. That's or whether he even needs to. Summer's the only military icon there. So let's see if with what he's got right now, if he did power for crossing, that would be what 9, and it probably gets through. So Unless I'm not, I think this is pretty straightforward. Sometimes you see, I mean, I don't think you'll see it here, but it's not the worst thing to actually take Balin for claim and then use Arisen to give him another +1 strength and make him that less stoppable here. I don't know if you'll see that there, but it's one of those things that Risen has a nice bonus for Balin sometimes. And also, I guess the question for Greyjoy is like Stark has a pretty nice board here that can easily do all 3 challenges. Can you let Stark get super wide on you here? How quickly are we possibly looking at a reset already for Greyjoy? I doubt it, but I don't know. I don't know what the right time is for Greyjoy, or do they just go toe to toe in a wide battle with Stark crossing? It seems like that's advantage Stark crossing. Okay. Was this necessary? So what, you're doing this primarily for draw? Okay. Yeah. So I don't know why that, yeah. Was it to secure the superior claim? But, yeah, I already had it. So, I think that's a good question for later on, though. Is why the I am no one. It did give a, what, it did give a stealth, though, right? Yeah. That's the answer, is that he must have thought the stealth to land the superior claim. And he sacrificed Summer in order to win dominance. Okay. So maybe that's the thing. Like this is Stark Crossing. You know, uh, you want to win fast. Interesting discard in silence, but I guess if you play Euron, you tutor it, right? Like you're not going to play silent. You're not going to pay for silence, or if you do, that's not great. So I guess I understand that discard. And there was the Valor. All right, let's see how much of Greyjoy gets to stick around. Now this is risky, right? Because doesn't Bran cancel the Risen? Okay, he had to. There's your answer. But they're gone. So, not great for Stark, but I don't think that's devastating. All right, so opponent cannot play copies in the discard pile right now. That's not good because we've got copies of 3 events in the discard pile there, and let's take a look at. So other than off to Gulltown, that's all 3, the remaining 3 events that Derek has are not in play as long as Baelor remains in the game. So, must be nice winning initiative when you flip a 0 initiative card. Now, I am assured that Tomas Trojan is his real name. As a USC graduate, this seems like a fake name to me, as Tommy Trojan is the mascot of the University of Southern California. I'm guessing he doesn't pronounce it Trojan as well. This is the kind of sparkling commentary you get from me here. When no one who actually knows how to play the game shows up to do commentary, this is what you're going to get. All right, at least I know the audio is working. Thank you, Stefan. I feel validated. Okay, so Rob and Arya came out. Would love to have that I am no one for Arya. This means that Balon can kind of do whatever he wants on at least one challenge here. So I wonder if you're Derek, are you kind of quick to pull the trigger on Old Gate here and get a few more cards? Don't know. I mean, the question is like, if you put Caitlyn into this, it's still gonna be unopposed, but you. Does that? I just think is I don't think would Caitlyn stop the Prince trigger? Is that a card effect? I think she would, but I'm not sure. Card abilities, or agenda abilities, card abilities. I think Derek definitely knows the answer to that one, and the fact that he's thinking. Okay, so did put Caitlyn in there. That'll that'll stop the Prince trigger, so Balon won't stand. But it also means crossing's not going to happen, right? So even with stealth, problem like, okay, so you go first here, you're at -1 per challenge, so you can't just do power here, I don't think, right? Oh, okay, I guess you do. Doesn't this allow, okay, right, but you stealth, so why +5? Why'd you have to do that with 2? Arya herself could have done that. So is this just to get the renown on Rob? I'm sure there's a good reason, I'm not seeing it. I guess Rob couldn't do 5, 8. Would have actually risked a Prince trigger on Rob's power. Would that have been the problem? Rob would have been 5 versus potentially 10. Yeah. In fact, he could have. Yeah. Yep. So might as well grab the renown. Okay, 9-3 after 2 rounds. Not bad. I guess I was thinking, was there any way to, like, you lose the power, but do you then win Dom or something? But that's not. That wasn't really on the table. I'm confident Derek understood the implications of what he was doing, even if I do not. Although I think we figured it out now. Thank you for translating for me. All right. Barring versus at the gates. And again wins initiative with, playing a 0 initiative card. The at the gates triggers a draw from Alanis. Now I think, I think what the Czech player would like to see right now is probably something like Euron, right? You want to get Euron with silence out there. He needs another big. I think Euron would be the one he wants. Get that intimidate going and knocking, start flattening Stark's board. I'm not sure. Okay, so he's kind of fishing there with the refurbished Hulk. Makes sense. Does that work? Would eager deckhand work? I don't think so. Right, because of barring, right? So we're seeing the text box over here is showing eager deckhand, but it didn't actually happen. And strangely placed begging brother on the board without putting any gold on it. So I wonder, which is weird, right? Because that begging brother does a lot of great things in this matchup. Maiden's Bane, nice. Okay, Baelor is a captain, but again, like Euron's and Alanis are the ones you really want there, I think. But you'll take having one captain in there. So that's helpful. And Willow's just a nice 2/2 with multiple icons there. Not sure you're afraid of, like, the unopposed things that you're afraid of. I'm not sure you're that afraid of them right now if you're Stark. There's not really any locations to lose. Um, I mean, he can't stop. Well, actually, well, no, no, no. It was like, okay, so Balon's now at 6, but effectively would be at 8 anything. So again, but nobody's stopping Balon on a power challenge. Um, okay, so you could still stand Maiden's Bane. It's just that Maiden's Bane doesn't stand itself without the captain. Got it. Okay. Yes, please, Steven. That'd be great. I'm in the Team USA Discord. You're muted, Steven.
Hey, Steven here.
Hey.
So this is looking pretty good, I think, for Derek.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Mostly because Greyjoy doesn't have any intimidate.
Right, right. He hasn't found Euron and Silence, which is kind of the killer,
Yeah. So
right?
the Greyjoy can do their thing, but it's going to be too slow to win before Stark does. So he needs some way of denying Stark, and I'm not seeing it on the board.
So one thing that happened is it seems like a minor thing, the Willa Manderly moving Superior Claim to the bottom of the deck, but it actually frees him up to play Superior Claim because Baelor would have been blocking that previously.
Yeah, that's really interesting because I do think Willa is there primarily just for her icons, her low cost, and her traits.
Hmm.
But this is like one time when that ability is actually useful.
Right. And it's also, do you think you would have done a power challenge with Balon there? I guess he wouldn't stand back, but I don't think you're stopping things with Stark coming back at you next, on Stark's challenges here either.
Yeah, and he should be able to get an unopposed with Balon. Like I'm not seeing a good way for Stark to get above 5 strength, right?
No, I mean Stark would have to get to 8 strength to stop Balon. The only thing is like you could throw Caitlyn in there just to stop the Prince trigger.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he thinks he has to play really defensive because Derek's so close to winning. He's Balon on defense.
But I don't think he can stop it.
Yeah. Right.
But maybe I'm doing the math wrong. Let's see. You add up all the power for like the problem is that Stark has to make a military challenge,
Yeah.
but you do have a stealth, so you're probably looking at effectively 12 defense. And so, but yeah, with crossing, that's not going to be a problem for Stark.
Hmm.
Stark's now going to be able to go 20 power.
Okay, so this makes sense. So he's going to get both renown on the power challenge because he's definitely winning that. He doesn't really care if he wins the military here, um, but you know,
Yeah,
probably
there's an
defensive
unopposed to
is
be
good.
grabbed here, and
So yeah, so crossing, claim, double renown. He'll end on 13. Um,
okay, I'm pumping up your volume. Yeah, Alejandro, I'm having some technical problems this morning, so when Steve is talking, does it sound like you're hearing him through a speaker, or does he sound like he's it's a good mic, but it's just a low volume? Say something intelligent, Steve.
I'll talk louder, and maybe that'll help.
No, for some reason my headphones stopped. My cordless headphones stopped playing in my ears this morning, but I think the mic is working. You're thinking you're hearing it through the speaker. Okay. All right, I will try. I'm going to try to figure out what's going on later today. All right, so he did in fact block the military with Balon, gets renown, but Derek doesn't care.
Yeah. Um, I think Derek. Yeah, Derek's gonna finish this at 13.
What if he has a superior claim? That would be the question. Like he just put that superior claim at the bottom of the deck, and there it is. And that is a game.
Nice. Well played by Derek. He was really worried about this matchup. I think if Euron had come out early, it would have been a very different ball game.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I know he tested this quite a bit, and the only the key it seemed to be what they thought this matchup was going to be was does Derek see Mira? And again, he didn't see Mira, but Mira solves a lot of the problems here with this deck, and once again didn't see his one restricted card that he has three of, but never really seemed behind on this one. You
Yeah,
know,
he didn't need Mira to turn off the Intimidate, and he was ahead on power, so he could afford to raise Balon.
right?
All Hunter says you need Mira if the opponent sees Euron,
Yep.
but there's no Euron, so it doesn't need him.
Right, and that was the thing is like we at the beginning of this turn when Euron didn't come, right down, it felt like okay, we've got this because Euron's the problem, right? Euron comes in and starts intimidating down your board, and then you can't do your crossing stuff, and you know he saw his superior claims. So this other than not seeing Mira, this went about as well as it could because I'm not sure this was a great matchup for Stark. I think this one was pretty 50-50.
Yeah, and considering Start Crossing is maybe the best deck in the meta, like if it has a 50-50 or in a slightly under 50-50 matchup, that's really bad.
All right, great. Well, thanks for hopping in shortly. I'll try to get my technical issues resolved, but good start for Team USA. Let's see what else we have on the schedule here that we know of so far. So tomorrow we should have Eric playing Milan in a Tyrell mirror match, and then we're still waiting for some other stuff to get scheduled, but we'll have matches on Saturday for sure again, and it looks like an early match for Alejandro on Sunday. Alrighty.
Nice.
All right, thanks everybody.